Hey, welcome back to edtech. I'm Meera here once again to teach you an important array method in JavaScript, and the name is sum. Sounds interesting, right? Sum, S-O-M-E. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, basically, as usual, this will also work upon each and every element in the array. And this will be using a callback function as well as an argument inside the callback function, whereby while working on each and every element, it will check if an element fulfills the specified condition or fulfills whatever it is looking for, the function is looking for, and whatever is the argument. Based on that, the value it will be returning will be a truthy value or a false value, means a boolean statement like true or false. So let's see how it is done. First thing first, let's see how it checks for a specified condition using an argument and a function, callback function. Okay, so let's say let scores be an array whereby it's like 100, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90, right? So this is an array of scores. Let's say scores or marks, whatever you call it. Then let's consider another array. Let's call it let poor scores. Yeah. So in this, how do you find the poor scores? And what's the condition? So first thing first, the callback function. How you'll be doing? You'll be using the sum, right? You will be attesting the sum to it. Okay, so scores dot sum. This is how you have to use it. And then inside the parenthesis, the callback function, let's call an element E, because it will be working on each and every element, E, using the arrow function. Yeah, E. So this is the callback function, arrow function, and the condition. What is the condition? Where E is poor marks, right? So E is less, let's say less than, so less than 50. Let's say this is our condition. So if the element or whatever marks is less than 50, we call it poor marks or poor score, poor scores, and we want to find that. And we want to find, like, we are looking for this specific condition where the elements or the marks are less than 50. Yeah. So console.log poor marks, poor scores, sorry. Yeah. So let's check out the result. What is it? There you go. It's true. So it's checking if this condition, if this specified condition is true, if there are such marks. Yeah, there are such marks like less than 50. There is a score like 40. That one is less. So it does exist. So this means the answer is true. So it's returning a boolean statement true. Okay, then let's consider another condition. Okay, within this itself, we can do, let's say out of this, let's say the condition is in the same thing. Let's say the condition is we want to find an even number, right, among the marks. So that means the same thing, everything applies. So we just call it, instead of poor scores, we just call it even scores. So the argument is E, where E is E percentage, that is the quotient has to come 0, right? So E percentage 2 equals 0. We just remove the first condition. Yeah. So console.log, it will be, instead of poor, I just call it even. So let's check out the result now. Is there any even numbers? Yes, true. Because 140, if you divide by 2, all 50, 60, all of them are even numbers, right? So it's true. Okay, now so this is checking for specific conditions, if it exists or not. Then let's see what else we can do with it, with sum. Okay, with the sum method, let's see if a particular element at all exists in an array. Like, okay, so let's continue with the scores array. Let it remain the same, but I make some slight changes. Yeah. Or let me just remove it, it's easier. Okay, let's call it function. Let's say function exist function existing value. So there are two parameters I'm considering. One is value, another one is array. Yeah, and then okay, what I want to return array.some E again, arrow function, where E equals the value. So element is that whereby it is one of the parameters, which is value. So does E exist the element exist as a value? That's what we are trying to find, right? Come out of it. Let's scores equals 40, 60, 70, 90, 100. Right? So this is our scores array, 40, 60, 70, 90. These are the scores. So what do I want to do? Sorry. So I want to console log trying to do it here to save time. Existing, because my array is existing dot sum 40. I want to know if 40 as a score exists in the marks array. Oh, not marks, the scores array, sorry. So we have been given a scores array. I want to check if this element 40 exists there or not. Right? Oh, sorry. Made a mistake. Oh, yeah. Because I've already done some. There is no need to repeat it here. Sorry. I've already done some above. Yeah. Sorry about that. We've already returned function existing value array, return array, the second parameter, dot sum, element where the element is a value. So we want to know when you pick any particular element, is that existing as a value in this particular array. That's the argument. So let the scores array be 40, 60, 70, 90, 100. So we have to console.log existing and then within the bracket 40 and scores, because ours is a scores array. Yeah, now it's correct. Yes, true, because as you can see 40 does exist. So I hope you understood this. First, just take a function with a value and an array as parameters, then the condition, do the condition or the argument for the callback function saying in which you want to find sum, array.some, in which the element e, pick an element e, and the condition is e equal to the value itself, which is one of the parameters, the first parameter in the function, in the callback function. And then you console.log this particular number 40. If you write, instead of 40, if you write 50, you will find it's not true, it's false, because in our scores, as you can see, 50 doesn't exist. Whereas if you take 70, 90, 100, it will turn out to be true. I hope you understood this. That's quite simple. Now there's just one more example I can show you. Okay, so let's work on another function. This we want to check using the sum method if an array has some element which is in a particular given range, right? So let marks, instead of scores we call it marks, be an array, right? So 40, 55, 60, 75, 90, right? Okay, so let's kind of give a maximum range and a minimum range. So const range equals, curly brackets. Okay, minimum, let's give a range, minimum, let's say minimum 70, maximum, so this is the range provided, say 100, right? Or let's say in this case 90. Yeah. Let output so we find this, let's call this array output, the result be marks dot sum function parameter element so marks dot sum function e want to return E which is this dot minimum and E is greater than equal to so the condition is return E greater than equal to this dot minimum and E less than equal to this dot maximum, if that is the condition, the range that we need to find, right? Give a comma here and then initialize with a range. You need to put the range here as a parameter, because in this range only we can find this answer. Console.log output. True. Why? Because this is E is greater than equal to this mean, greater than 70, less than 90. We do have greater than 70, 75, less than 90. So we do have a value in that range. So answer is true. So I hope you understood. See you in the next tutorial. If you have not yet subscribed to this to my channel, do subscribe to keep me supported and run my channel successfully, so that I can take some more lessons, so many more lessons in web development and JavaScript. See you next time. Stay subscribed.